Well, I usually try to forewarn people, and if you're just coming in and you're totally new, I'll try to make this brief and simple because this is a very difficult issue. And I do not like this person. I don't like this person for several reasons. One, viciously attacking me for no reason, lying about me, slandering me, insulting me, and frankly, this woman does nothing productive or constructive. And I mean like 0.0.0 contribution at all to, quote, anti-Scientology. So I was going to put out this kind of video earlier, and I was very torn that I do know a lot of things. People have reached out to me in private. I'm going to be very clear. If you reach out to me in private, that information will stay confidential. There is only one time someone reached out to me in private. I used information there directly because that person was lying about me and trying to slander my reputation. And I hate to be, and again, I am not that kind of person. I don't play those games. I don't. Right. Just to be hypothetical, if you commit genocide, I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're black. I'm going to condemn it. I don't care. Say, well, you know that it's a genocide on the left. I don't care. Certain things should be inexcusable. It doesn't matter who did it. It doesn't matter. However, that person was a grown male. And the bottom Ali, we discussed this thing further. I think we came to an understanding. But and I wasn't saying anything untrue. So, but again, I'm also not the FBI. I want to share things that are relevant and can help. That's fine. I will do what I can with the information. But I also want to be clear, I am not Batman. I am not a detective. I am not, at least at this point, a professional crime investigator. I am just a commentator, but I do try to do this thing seriously. So that long preface out of the way, what are we talking about? Well, I was hoping to make this more light because this person's a mess. And we're going to have to do multiple videos, which I don't want to do. I don't ever want to discuss this person. I don't like this person. They're all filled with evil, lies, and hypocrisy. And we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it definitively. It's not going to be like, oh, why I don't understand why she did it, but she did it. And I don't feel comfortable monetizing this at all. I don't feel comfortable asking for money at this point, but I am in a financial crisis. Let me be very blunt, and I'll be short about this. I'll get into it in other videos. I had very few hours of work recently. Now, it seems I may get a couple more hours of work soon. So hopefully I will get regular okay hours and just get another part-time job or something, and it will all work out. But at this point, I am in a very desperate situation. I don't want to hide that. Usually with this topic, I never ever monetize. And I can even show you guys the actual links to prove what I'm saying is true. I even did this recently with Nora. So, and I do need money badly. So I do feel very bad about just the way this is being done, but it has to be done. So what happened? Well, Diana Nutcase, and I'm even calling her a nutcase as being way too generous to this, frankly, vicious animal. So what did she do? Well, and this is not even me personally, but she's been having this very weird, obsessive fixation on another creator. Now, listen, I have my own issues with this person, but they do a lot of good serious work. I don't agree with them all the time, do a lot of serious work. So this is the blog man, as I have called him. And he does, obviously, a blog. He also does a YouTube channel. Probably one of the best videos he does is one with Jerry Armstrong about the IRS controversy and the Scientology and how Jerry has a strategy to get rid of the tax exemption. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth taking a look at. So he's a very serious researcher. And for whatever reason, Diana Nutcase just did, and I don't mean once or twice, she did this series over and over and over again, threatening him. She's also done the same thing with me, but for whatever reason, I think she's more persistent with him. And now, out of nowhere, and she did this lying. I don't even know why she did that because her lies are easy to track and screenshot and show she's a liar. But now she's trying to destroy his blog and alleging falsely that, oh, this person's stalking, harassing, threatening. None of that is true. None of that is true. So she's going to Google. By the way, this is a woman allegedly who cries about racism and sexism. She builds herself out as a gay pro-gay active, super feminist, and she defends Aaron Smith-Levin. Yeah, she notoriously defends Aaron. Right. So she's a complete hypocrite. So anyway, now she's trying to destroy his blog. Now, I want to be very clear here that I've changed on the First Amendment. I'm still pretty absolutist, but I do think there are going to be difficult cases where censorship in some rare cases can be justified. That said, with things like this, when you're doing serious news analysis and commentary, there is no reason whatsoever to do any censorship at all. Unless this person is directly physically threatening you, which he is not. She's the one doing it, which is being proven by her own words. Somehow he's guilty. He needs to go away. Now, this may change, but at the time of this recording, her channel has been totally decimated. This woman had, I lost count, at least dozens and dozens of videos. These weren't good videos. These weren't even coherent videos. They were filled with tons of curse words. I don't even know how Google allowed it. I mean, talk about hate speech. And I feel a little sore because I got a hate speech copyright strike. And I'm like, even though I was denouncing a Nazi. Anyway, neither here nor there. So the copyright system and the YouTube system is broken. But anyway, almost all her videos are gone. She even deleted a few posts. I know this for a fact because one of the posts was attacking me. Now, not all posts being negative about me are gone. I found one that was still very negative, which is whatever. And the post itself that was extremely negative was like comparing me to a guy. I'm trying to get this video monetized, so bear with me. A guy who's lugging around a doll that he uses, as a guy, a full-size doll he uses for certain activities, and was playfully suggesting that was me, I guess, 10 years ago. That wasn't even a funny joke. I don't know. She does those kinds of insults against me. But now let's get to the real deal. And there are so many lies and hypocrisies with this woman, but I'm going to keep it serious. And I feel very sorry. So preemptive apology to Victoria and her family, who don't deserve to have any connection to this monster. Because the real reason this woman is upset is that her lies and hypocrisies are being documented and shown for what they are. So among the many videos that have been taken away was one video where she ignorantly and maliciously and stupidly lied about Kyle Brennan. For those who don't know, Kyle Brennan, and this is YouTube, I have to say this. I can say this more freely elsewhere. But in my personal opinion, he was murdered by the Church of Scientology, specifically David Miscavige's sister, her husband, and we don't know, but maybe Kyle's biological father may have played a role. Essentially what happened is Kyle was traveling around before going to college, and he made the tragic mistake of trying to be with his father in Florida, and then he was shot in the head. And the cover story is he committed, but all the evidence points to he was murdered. And by the way, it's just such an alarming case. He had, because he was a smart kid, he saved up, he had some gold coins on him. They even stole his gold. So this is a vicious case of murder and theft. And the Clearwater police, who Aaron likes to hang around with, all the evidence points to a massive cover-up. Again, we could be wrong. There's a lot about this case we don't know. It's a very disturbing case on so many levels. So Diana Nutcase, out of nowhere, in a video commentary, says, one, clearly Kyle did commit, that. So the church is actually fine. Legally, they're fine. There's no conspiracy. How does she know this? I don't know. She just stated as fact. Oh, he definitely committed. Why? I don't know. No evidence is provided, no links, no resources. She alludes to an autopsy. By the way, I'm a serious researcher, and I agree with Victoria. We have to handle this carefully. But that is, to put it mildly, a manufacture. It's a real autopsy, but given the level of corruption, it cannot really be trusted as a real source. So she alludes to the autopsy, which was being shared, right, as far as I know, without authorization by Jeffrey Augustine to help the church. And by the way, this idiot claims that, oh, I'm going to expose Jeffrey Augustine. How? You're using his propaganda. So anyway, so this is just a complete mess. And the blog man documented this. And let us get to the point. Victoria herself weighed in. Someone asked, saying, I'm a little confused. So, I'm not going to say even her name, but Mar is claiming this. And Doug Scott Kramer and the blog man are claiming that. Who's telling the truth? And Victoria? Specifically, it was her. Okay. And like I said, I do want money. And part of what you get for more money and more exclusivity is some of the deeper, darker secrets about Scientology. But so I feel very uncomfortable monetizing this video, but I do need to make money. Anyway, Victoria specifically said, no, Doug is telling the truth. The blog man and his work is more accurate. And she's done a big interview on this with her husband. She has a lot of documents. She has her own website. And she says, please go here for more information. I agree. Doug still has it on his channel. He tragically passed away. The interview is still there. She has a lot of documents. She's done a few documentaries. We'll get into that in other videos. But yeah. So the only question is not did she lie, but did she lie out of ignorance? That can't be right because she told me, and this is the thing, I'm not protecting these people. She told me she knows Victoria personally. So she knows the case. So either she's that stupid or crazy or she maliciously lied. And good on the blog man. He's keeping track of her lies. These are lies. She was exposed. She was exposed as a moron, an idiot, and a vicious grifter, a manipulator. Can't take the truth, so is trying to destroy the blog. It's not going to work, but it's like, even in this complaint, she's lying. She says, oh, I don't know the site owner. She literally, in several posts, I remember this, and in videos said all of his information without permission. Said, this is the guy's full name. He's over here. He's this old. I hate him. So you know who he is. So you're lying. You're literally lying to Google. So this is not a question, are you a pathological malicious liar? That's a fact. That's a fact. And now all these videos have magically disappeared. Now she still has a few videos up there. The video containing the lies about Kyle is gone. So she's either destroyed it or made it private. Right? And she's gone on and on about me and how I'm the evil one. I'm the liar. I'm malicious, da da da. Now, I've done many regrettable things and very terrible things in my life. I have never done that. Cover up a case of murder for a vicious authoritarian cult just to score some weird political points with Aaron Smith-Levin. So she sold her soul literally to the devil for what? An interview with Aaron? It's disturbing and disgusting. So I don't know what's happening. We'll go more into it, but I just want to show the receipts. I'm not protecting some of these people anymore. They are really evil, hardcore evil. But I play fair here. So why all these videos are gone, I don't know. But the evidence is out. It's over. She was caught in a lie. She's been caught in many lies, and we're going to show more lies. But I do feel sorry for dragging Victoria into this because she deserves better. But again, that's how they do things. You have to do something really evil to expose their evil, and it is what it is.